Hi, my name is Wilfred Dilbert, and this is a presentation for Business 201. The reason I decided to investigate more about credit card frauds and different ways or systems in which we can implement in order to prevent credit card fraud, which is actually a worldwide issue that's been affecting a lot of people, through the past of the years. And so my question is, have you ever been probably had a credit card fraud or ID thief? Me personally, I have. And so when I see issues like this, I try to look for a solution in order to to benefit not only me but other people. So this presentation is for the Fifth Third corporations. So this presentation is pretty much a consideration for Fifth Third to provide a service to their customers that will benefit the customers and also the corporation. So this presentation is about the Shop Safe card. Shop Safe card is pretty much reduces the chances of credit card fraud. So it's a really simple system, and it's not high cost, which would help, like I said, benefit both sides. So the introduction, pretty much, Fifth Third Bank has more than 1,300 locations in the U.S. currently, and they pretty much work. Fifth Third Bank has been working 223 billions in assets and 33 billions in individuals, just like how you see on the screen. And according to a statistic, last year, credit card fraud rate in 2010 was 4.27, and obviously that's something that that is increasing as we even give this presentation. So 4.27 approximately affected 50 million cardholders. So, which I'm pretty much part of that statistic too. So this is the main reason, also a purpose in which I was drive to work for this presentation. So we can see the purpose of the scope of the study is the possibility to implement the Shop Safe card and therefore reduce the percentage of credit card fraud within the Fifth Third Bank clients. And I pretty much the scope, I kind of gathered a lot of literature. I went around different banks here in locally in Holland, Michigan, and I got to meet with actually 4 customer associates, which they're really familiar, with this system, and this service that they provide to their customers, and actually has been a great hit. It's been becoming really popular within their customers, to implement. And as the presentation goes, I'll be explaining more in details how this system works and how it will benefit our customers. So like I said, interview customers associates. So Shop Safe card, the credit card pretty much fraud protects, it's a protection that allows you to create a temporary card, a temporary number. So by creating this temporary number, like for example, merchants won't be able to keep the clients or the customers or the cardholder information, and that way also will prevent ID thief, and also that will help lower costs of of credit card fraud. The credit card fraud department of Fifth Third Bank, which they've been highly there have been a lot of calls, high calls on demand for this credit card fraud, so that will help to reduce those costs too. And what are the benefits of this Shop Safe card? Well, obviously reductions, the chances of reduction of fraud. Account number is not shared, which is really good. You don't want anyone to be have your information about your account. You don't want to pay someone else for vacation, pretty much. So I would like to enjoy that vacation, not every other person come and grab my information on my bank and use that money, right? So also account number is not retained in merchant's database, which is really good. like I said before, it also limits on how much can be charged. You can set up a limit. You can set up a date for how much long. Like, you know, you can set an expiration date. So that's really good. So basically, you can limit how much, you know, that card can be used in a certain amount of time, and you can use it for different ways. You know, if you have kids, you know, or if you know, a lot of customers, they want to do allowance, you know, so you can get a ShopSafe card for your child, you know, and just deposit or transfer, you know, that money, and that way, you know, they'll be able to use safely, you know, their allowance money too, you know. So this is a really good system because pretty much it prevents you know, the stolen of your credit card number, your information, you know. So that's really important. So security system and cost. There's two different systems. Like I said earlier in the presentation, I was able to interview and gather literature around other banks that are using a similar system to this one. And so, for example, the Bank of America, they use a similar system, but their system is a little bit different. So their system works that the way their system work is that they have created some kind of website or some kind of software in which, you know, their customers can download to their computer and then manually, you know, write, you know, the number of their card. So, you know, their card number, like I said before, the main reason of ShopSafe card is the advantages is that you can change your card number, and that way not your real card number can't be exposed, you know, out there. So Bank of America, what they do is they download that, customers are able to download that software to the computer, and then manually, you know, in a certain amount of time that they determine, they can change the number. And, you know, that way every time you purchase something online, or, you know, you can, you know, actually have a new number. And so that has a low starting cost, but it does have a considered high upgrade cost due to, you know, technology, you know, that's going on. So you'll have to hire people, you know, in order to upgrade, you know, those websites and continue implementing security rundown. So also Huntington Bank, had the opportunity to interview two people from Huntington Bank and two people from Bank of America, and they have a different system, which, you know, it's much cheaper. They have a low starting cost and a low upgrade cost. So they basically, what they do, they give out, you know, literally a physical credit card, you know. So, but through a certain amount of time, you know, that card expires, so you'll receive a new card in the mail, you know, as you order it. So that's these two systems. Definitely, it's a system, you know, which Fifth Third Bank can consider, and taking which, you know, consider which one will benefit more, you know, according to their customer, you know, your customers' needs. So this is security. So pretty much, ShopSafe card, like I said before, it's a really good system in which, you know, we can help prevent, you know, credit card fraud, ID thief within, you know, Fifth Third Bank customers. You know, just like as you saw earlier in the presentation, other banks are using it. You know, their customers are benefiting of it, and it's something something to consider to add, you know, to the Fifth Third services. So so this is a really good program. A really good system, and it's a considerably really low cost, you know, in comparison as, you know, other systems that's been implementing, you know, through the years. Like, it has a lot of, like, in treatment and other kinds of systems that are kind of highly cost. So what I'm proposing here, it's low cost starting, you know, and just depending which system, you know, will benefit more. to the corporation, and it's something that I will consider. I will recommend you to analyze. If analyze within your staff group, or your whoever your trustees, in order to see what will be better to benefit your customers. And this is something that it's growing with popularity, and it will be something definitely that customers will be able to take advantage of. Well, thank you very much. This is my presentation. I'm Chop Safe Card. Hopefully this presentation was helpful and informative for you, and so thank you.